Hey everyone, the snow is falling and I am flush with the most amazing goggles on the planet. This is a review of the best of the best of the best snow goggles for the 2017 season. What this table represents is every goggle that I would personally wear or recommend to a friend or family member or coworker as really the most legit best goggles on the market right now. Every goggle is on here for a reason, and we're going to go over every goggle and a quick bit about their representative features. By the way, most every goggle on here I believe has its own review, has comparison videos. We got a lot of videos about all this stuff. And just so you know from the beginning, we can do a prescription in all these goggles. Yes, SportRx does prescription goggles. So let's just jump right into it. You can't start without Smith. So this is Smith's top of the line goggle. This is the IO7. This was the 7-year anniversary of the IO is when this came out. So it wasn't the 7th rendition of the IO, but this is when the 7-year anniversary of the IO came out. This goggle is just a really clean, smooth, simple fit. Not too big, not too small. It's a hint on that oversized, but it's not a gigantic goggle. I would think this is a one size fits most goggle, and this does have a really cool interchangeable system with this little switch up here that you turn, and then you get the kind of goggles in and out. So this is the best IO7 right now. By the way, if you're looking at Smith goggles, they do now have the ChromaPop technology on the goggles. I would 100% recommend getting ChromaPop. If you're gonna get a Smith goggle, don't even consider anything but ChromaPop. The technology that a lot of these goggles have now with manipulating the light spectrum is unbelievable. The difference you see out there on sunny days or overcast days is for real. So make sure you get ChromaPop. This is the IO-X. This is the one that fits me better. This is the big boy. So the X stands for extra large. And this is a nice big oversized fit. Again, this one is interchangeable, but it doesn't interchange quite as easy as the IO7. It has a little bit of a different mechanism. And to be honest, the Smith interchangeability is not the easiest in the world amongst some of the other brands. However, once it's in, it's really secure. So there's a little bit of give and take there. And then you got the IO-S. So the IO-S is the smaller version, and this would be more of a youth or female friendly or narrow face kind of fit. And I won't even try it on because it doesn't fit me very well. By the way, something Smith has on all their goggles is this release in the back. You can get a helmet extender if you need this to be a little bit bigger, or if the plastic gets in the way of your helmet, a kind of protection system in the back. So that is Smith. All of these are gonna have triple foam. I mean, every goggle on here is top of the line, so you're gonna get triple foam on all of them. That last layer is moisture wicking. Smith has an amazing anti-fog coating on the inside, and they also have one feature that's very unique. They have this POREX filter. Kind of looks just like a little dot right there, but what that actually does is it's kind of like a pressure valve when you're going up and down in elevation. Because these are dual lenses, you can get different amounts of pressure in between those lenses, and this kind of releases it in and out, which actually helps the lenses not warp and give you distortion. It's a really cool idea. So the Smith line, IO7 is the top dog for sure, but if you need to go big, IO-X. You want to go a little bit smaller, IO-S. Now, we're getting into the Oakleys. This is the Flight Deck. This is quite possibly my favorite goggle in the world right now. This thing is just amazing. So the Flight Deck, not to be confused with the Flight Deck XM, is the big boy one. This is the real oversized, complete rimless look from Oakley. Big fan of this goggle, super comfortable, and kind of like how Smith has ChromaPop, Oakley has Prism. Prism technology is unreal. I've never had better contrast in the mountain on my life than with Prism goggles. So again, if you're gonna get an Oakley goggle, make sure for sure you get Prism. These are helmet compatible, the Flight Deck. It has this amazing, totally rimless look and feel, which gives you unbelievable peripheral vision. The Flight Deck then comes in the Flight Deck XM, which is extra medium, kind of a cool name that Oakley came out with. And the Flight Deck XM, still not a small goggle per se, especially because oversized goggles are in, but you can tell on me that for sure the regular Flight Deck fits better, but more of an average, small, medium, female, it would be the XM version. Again, get it in Prism. And then this year, Oakley came out with the Air Brake XL. Now the Air Brake has been around for a long time, and the Airbrake XL is a bigger version, but it's also more of an updated styling. It's sleeker. The outriggers are not always exposed. You can pick if you want them exposed or not. Basically, your helmet and your head size would determine if they're going to be exposed for you. These have an unbelievable interchangeable system. They have this switch lock technology where you just kind of unlock this thing and the lenses come in and out. We have full reviews and how-tos on the Airbrake XL, what's the difference between the Airbrake and the Airbrake XL, the flight deck versus the Airbrake XL, lots of information there. Again, triple foam, anti-fog, but the deal with the Airbrake is that you lose the peripheral a little bit because of it doesn't have the rimless look. Although it's really big, so you still get great peripheral. We kind of lose more of the look of it. And then what's going to happen with the Airbrake XL is that it's much easier to interchange, and they do come with 2 sets of lenses. By the way, almost every goggle on this table comes with at least 2 sets of lenses and has an amazing interchangeable story or system. The only exception is the flight decks. They are interchangeable. They're not as a quick release system, but they don't come with extra lenses. Something to remember. So the Airbrake XL comes with 2 sets of lenses, triple foam, anti-fog, silicone on the inside of the goggle strap. It's funny that a lot of amazing features on this table are like basic features. We kind of have a little skewed perspective because these are really the best of the best goggles out there. So now we're going to go into Dragon. Dragon has just been making some really cool goggles. Their kind of claim to fame is that they came out first with this rimless technology, this rimless system. What we have here are some of my true favorites. So let's make sure I got the right ones. Here we go. This is the NFX2. The NFX2 is going to be what they call like a medium fit. It's kind of an oversized medium fit. Not huge, not tiny, a little bit small for a big head like me. I'll try it on for you guys really quick. Unbelievable, beautiful looking goggle. Has this amazing interchangeable system where the lenses just come out really quickly and you can lock them like that. Super easy how to do that. What's really cool about the NFX2 is that it has a cylindrical lens, which is kind of this flatter looking lens, but it has the optics of a spherical lens. A lot of times when you get this cool 80s kind of flat mirrored look, you lose some optics, but Dragon figured out how to still give you amazing optics on this goggle, but give you that look. These things are super comfortable, super nice. I wish they kind of fit me, but they don't. The ones that do fit me are the X2. The X2 is going to be basically just like that NFX2, but it's going to have a spherical lens. A spherical lens means kind of think about like a basketball. The lens comes off like a sphere. Cylindrical lenses kind of think of like a tube, and you don't get as good of optics with those normally. So these are spherical lenses, and basically almost everything on this table is a spherical lens. Super comfortable. Again, has that amazing, super quick, easy to interchange system that you can just do with gloves on. Great lens technology. And the great lens technology from Dragon is called Optimize. Well, it used to be called Optimize. They just changed the name to Luma. Very similar to the Prism, very similar to the ChromaPop, where they play with the light spectrum and use different dyes to enhance contrast, and that stuff works. If you're gonna get a Dragon goggle, make sure it's a Luma lens. It might still be tagged as an optimized lens. It's the same thing, they just changed the name, but for sure get that technology in my humble opinion. And then we got here is the X2S, which is basically just the smaller X2. If you don't want that cylindrical look from the NFX2, but you need a smaller fit. And this would be the X2S. And really the only main difference is the height between the X2 and the X2S. Again, we have full videos on these things. Okay, moving on to Spy the Happy People, the Happy Company. They have 2 goggles here that are essentially the same goggle, and the only difference is the fit. And this is the Doom, and this is the Bravo. Both of these come with spare lenses. Both of these have Happy Lens technology. Happy Lens technology is very similar to the idea of all the new lens technologies. I believe now almost every Spy goggle automatically comes with Happy lenses, especially the nicer ones, so you don't even have the option, which is actually a good thing. Triple foam, anti-fog, silicone on the strap, super high quality goggle, really cool looking. And the Happy Lens technology also gives you some therapeutic benefits because it lets in more long wave blue light, which is kind of a cool. So if you're already not happy enough having an amazing time on the mountain with amazing goggles, you can get the Happy Lens. I'll throw on the smaller one really quick. Still not a tiny goggle. You can tell, you know, goggles have gotten really big, but these are a little small for me. That's the Bravo. The Doom is the one that I would wear. Great, great goggle. Kind of love these things. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Anon. This is the Anon, I believe, yeah, WM1, and this is more of the women's version, the smaller one. And these, what's really cool with these things is they come with this balaclava system that's magnetic. So you actually can clip this off and on the goggles, which is really cool. Keep your face warm if you need it, matches the goggle, really, really cool look. And then Anon uses this magnetic system to get the lenses in and out, which actually works really well, and I'm not really concerned with losing this lens. Some people are worried about that. It's a really strong magnet system. I would not worry about that. So that's the smaller one, and then the bigger one for guys is the M3. And this M3 again has that cylindrical lens, that flatter kind of cool 80s kind of mirrored lens look to it. But again, you're gonna get the better optics out of it, so you don't have to worry about the distortion on something that's nice. And this is a great, great goggle. For me, Anon makes some of the best durable goggles. They're just made solid. They're like a tank. These things just feel good. Unbelievable quality. They don't have a lens system or story like all the other ones that have that super high contrast. So if you're looking for like the most high-tech lenses, Anon doesn't have that, but they do have really high quality lenses. There's nothing wrong with the quality of the lens per se. It's just they don't have that kind of idea yet with the contrast enhancing lenses, but the frames of themselves are super, super durable. Really, really like these goggles. Man, what else can we say? Unbelievable selection here. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these goggles. They're just all unbelievable. If you have questions on which one to get specifically for you, you're always very welcome to call us at SportRx and talk with an optician, or email us at info@sportrx.com. Again, we can do any of these in prescription. It can be done. You don't have to suffer with contacts anymore if contacts are bugging you, or just not seeing as well, or messing with a pair of glasses inside of an OTG goggle. The 80s are over. We have an amazing system that makes these all in prescription. I hope to see you in the mountain in one of the best goggles out there, and have fun. See you later.